Indian rescuers are battling to free 41 men trapped in a road tunnel for 10 days. A portion of the under-construction roadway in the northern Himalayan state of Uttarakhand collapsed on November 12th. The area is vulnerable to landslides, and rescue plans have been complicated by falling debris and equipment failure. But rescuers did manage to establish communication with the workers.
Are you okay? Show yourselves to the camera. Raise your hands and smile. We will reach you all soon. Don't worry.
The 41 men are alive. These are the first images of the trapped workers that the outside world has seen.
It's our first breakthrough, which we've been trying to achieve for the past 9 days. Our first priority was to establish the pipeline as a lifeline.
Rescuers managed to widen a narrow pipe already drilled through the rubble to the men and can now send in medical supplies and hot food.
We've been making this meal since yesterday. We started once we got the order from officials.
A much more complicated operation lies ahead to get the men out. Engineers have decided to dig a new vertical shaft, about 89 metres down. But first they're cutting a new road up this slope to transport heavy diggers. Earlier, rescuers tried to drive a horizontal pipe through 57 metres of debris for the men to crawl out. But that plan failed after a cracking noise caused, quote, a panic situation. Priests have come to the site to pray, and relatives are holding vigil, trying to keep up the hopes of those who, for now, are buried alive.
He said that they're okay for now. He asked what the company's doing and whether they'd be rescued or not. We gave them hope that they're trying to rescue them.
The tunnel is part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's massive infrastructure drive in the Himalayas. It aims to cut travel times between some of India's most popular Hindu shrines and improve access to strategic areas bordering rival China. But experts have warned about construction in mountainous Uttarakhand, where large parts of the state are prone to landslides.
Joining us is journalist Shalu Yadav in Delhi. Thanks for coming on the program. Can you tell us more about rescue efforts?
Well, Melissa, it's day 10 since these workers got trapped inside that tunnel, and we've seen multiple rescue efforts fail so far, over the last 10 days, which is kind of a testament to the fact that how complex this whole rescue effort is. This whole operation is. On Friday, the rescue workers had to stop their drilling work. We've got this 60-meter thick debris wall that they've got to sort of pierce through in order to get to these workers. But what happened was, in the process of drilling, they were about 22 meters in, and the debris started falling on them, endangering their lives in the process. And so they had to be, taken away. And now the rescue workers have taken a step back, and they're looking at a multi-pronged strategy, to get to these rescue workers. One is, through a vertical tunnel from behind, where these workers are trapped, and two, from the horizontal side, from the mouth of this tunnel. And part of the reason why, it's proving to be so difficult to get into this terrain is because of the fragile geology of the Himalayas. These are regions, where you have parts of it is soft soil and parts of it is hard rock. So when you're going in, you don't know what's coming at you. And that's been the biggest challenge, And what adds to the gravity of the situation is that, this area is very much prone to landslides and earthquakes as well. Remember that it was a landslide that caused, this tunnel to sort of collapse midway. And what they're looking at now is to be able to, dig a hole wide enough so that they can send in a 900 pipe through which the workers can possibly sort of crawl out. But the government is saying that, it could be still another 2 or 3 days till we get to that stage.
And what's your assessment of how the government is responding? Good, bad?
Well, Well, initially, in the initial days, the response was slow, but now we are saying that we are seeing that there's a huge team of geologists, of railway experts, of teams that build highways, of the National Disaster Response Force, even the Air Force and the Army is there. And now we've also consulted the experts who rescued those team of footballers who were stuck in Thailand in the cave back in 2018, and we've got this international tunnel expert named Arnold Dix on the ground who's working with the Indian authorities. So these efforts have picked up in the last few days. But having said that, there's huge amount of anger, especially amongst the family members of those workers, who've been sitting on protest, demanding that the government, picks up the pace on these rescue efforts, and also amongst the environmentalists, who have been time and again warning the government against such big-scale infrastructure projects in fragile areas like this, in Uttarakhand. And geologists are saying that in this particular tunnel building, the emergency escape tunnel was not built alongside the main tunnel, which could have been a rescue, way for these workers, but it was not followed. The standard procedure was not followed in this one.
Shalu Yadav, thank you so much for joining us.